All right, example 5 is pretty quick. I like this. It says there are only 4 possible outcomes when you explore behaviors to the extreme right or left. The curve can increase without bound. So on this one, if the curve is going to increase without bound, and we are going to the right here. So if we're heading to the right, then this one's heading to infinity. Okay. It can decrease without bound. So if this one is falling, now I could have had a negative. This thing could have been upside down. It could have fallen also. But this one, as you're traveling to the left, it falls to the left. That's what you said in pre-cal and algebra 2. But now we're talking about the limit. So the limit as you approach x approaches negative infinity, it is falling without bound. I like that way of saying that. And then it could be one of those that we saw where it's asymptotic to the x-axis. So as we're going to the right or left on both of those, it's heading towards 0. Never going to be 0, it appears. They got curvature here. Never going to be 0, but it looks like it's heading that direction. And then also you could have a horizontal asymptote. You've seen these before too. So this one just so happens to be heading, looks like to 3 on both sides. And so, but it asks us about heading to the left. So it is 3. Okay, then I love the little summary down here. This is nice for you to have in your notes. If the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, bottom heavy, it says. That's cool. It heads to 0. And it doesn't matter, plus or minus infinity, either way, heading from above or below, depending on the situations, okay? You just never can tell, but heading to 0 nonetheless. If the degree of the numerator equals, then you're going to divide those leading coefficients, all right? And it says coefficient of numerator's highest power, but that's called the leading coefficient. So leading coefficients are divided. If the degree of the numerator is greater, it's top heavy. I like that. That's cool. And the limit does not exist. It's just going to grow without bound. Now, it could approach some sort of line. We'll take a look at that at some point. But I don't know how responsible you would be for that type of thing. So mostly you would probably just say positive infinity or negative infinity, depending on the situation. Okay. All right. I think that's good. So example 5, pretty short.